Welcome back everyone. Welcome back Coding with Shihab. In our last video we solved correlative problem lesson 2 arrays cycle rotation. Today we will solve another arrays problem. It's odd occurrence in array. So let's go. At first we have to check what is the problem. At first we have to read the problem carefully to understand. Let's go. We can read the problem together. A non-empty array A consists of n integers is given. The array contains an odd number of elements and each element of the array can be paired with another element that has the same value, except for one element this is left unpaired. That means we are clear what we have to do. We will get one arrays bunch of elements and one element will be matched with another element in different index numbers, but only one element will be unpaired. It will not any match. We should find out which value is not matched, which value is only single value. We should check it out. This is our main problem. We have to solve it. How to do it? For an example, you see they provide one example. This is an array, index numbers 0, 9, index number 1, 3, index number 2, 9. That means it's repeating. Index number 3, 3. You see index number 1 and 3 same value, and index number 4 and 6 same value. Only index number 5, 7 is unpaired. That means there is no pair. So we have to find out index number 5, not index number, the value 5. The element is index 0 and 2 have same value. So you see the message is clear. Now that given an array, for example, write a function class solution public int solution int a. There will be bunch of elements inside the array and we have to find out the unpaired element. Condition return the value of the unpaired element. Now let's start how we can solve this problem. So to get unpaired element, at first we have to define one variable. We need unpaired, so I can write it unpaired is equal to 0. We don't know what is the unpaired value, so we can define like this way. So later, now we can use for loop. Data type is int I equal to 0. It will start to count from index 0. Then I is smaller than array variable name is a, array length, and after that I should check I plus plus. It should be increment, because if first value is not paired, then we have to check second value, third value, fourth value until n position. Before this we should check the array is empty or not, because it's important. Then return -1. So now I am using XOR method because XOR method will help to get the actual result. Otherwise, sometimes it can be overflow. So XOR and XOR method will help to find on the single value. It will not count any double value. So where it will check? It will check inside the array. After that we have to return unfair, because you see the data type is int, that means it will return only one int value, and I am defining data type int, and here is unfair. Let's check is it working or not. That's fine, it's working according to the sample code. With sample test it's perfect. Then what we did, we should recap one more time. At first we have to check array is empty or not. If it's empty, then it will provide us return -1. Later we are checking, we define one variable to find the unfair value. Which value is unfair, we should find it. That's why we define one variable. After that we use for loop. Inside the for loop we assign all array values from 0 index to until the length. After that, unpaired, we use the variable here again for checking. This value will take which value is unpaired inside the array, equal to, this is the array elements. From these elements XOR will help to get the unpaired value. After that we return unpaired. So now test again. After that going to submit. Let's see what is our score. It will take some time for evaluate. It's nice. From all the consequences, test score is 100, correctness 100, performance 100. So it's perfectly done. With sample code, it's perfect. Sample code 2 perfect, sample code 3 perfect, extremely single element perfect, small, and after that performance test. With big, it can be like this. So you see, at first we have to understand the algorithm, what we have to do, and we should understand the problem, what we have to solve. Then we can try. First time it's very hard, still for me also it's very hard to understand clearly, because still I am not expert, I am learning. So I hope I will learn more with you, and stay with me, follow my channel, subscribe my channel, and enjoy our coding. Until next video, in our next video we will start to solve time complexity problem. Now at first we will solve all codility problem. I hope I can do it with God help. So until next video, take care everyone, bye bye.